Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today this video is all about kind of like a vlog about how it was at Kensington, and I do talk a little bit about Kensington, but here's just some additional information, and this is not linked to the Instagram account because there have been some difficulties there, but enough about that. This all started with Adelaide Eventing, which is one of my inspirations for this YouTube channel. But, yeah, Kensington's a 3-day event: dressage, show jumping, eventing, and the trot up. And I will be talking about Kensington more in the video, so let's go. The first thing I always do is put on my barn gloves, and here is just a little clip of me going to the paddock where I always get Paris because I always think it's nice for them to kind of relax, kind of like roll around and have their fun and then get serious after. She was at her spot quite near a cliff, which she often does, which I used to be very worried about, but now we build a fence there. Here I'm just putting her into the stable because I was just going to brush her and trailer her right before the competition, which I was so nervous about. It's like Paris knew I was so scared, but somehow having her there seemed to calm me down because it was just like, oh, I'm brushing her, I can chill out a little bit, you know. It was really nice. Here I was just scratching out her hooves, and here I just brushed her a little bit, and I just had her halter on, and one of our grooms, which is actually a really good friend of mine, because I hate calling people grooms, it seems as if I'm not doing anything except riding the horse. She had already braided Paris's mane because I know how to braid it, but like not that pretty. Here I was just putting her into the trailer, and I know I didn't have any trailer boots on, and her tail was also braided, but she naturally has quite a wavy tail, so I just needed to French braid the top, which I actually did but didn't have a clip of. But like I was saying, I actually didn't add trailer boots because I just thought Paris sometimes doesn't like them, and she's very good on the trailer, so I just put some like small leg wraps and that was okay. And then here I was just getting ready for the drive. Here in the next few clips it's just like a time lapse of us actually driving to Silverglade Manor. That's where Kensington is happening. And here I would like to talk a little bit about Kensington, just what it's all about. Kensington is a 3-day event. The first day, well, more of a 4-day event if you want to count up the trot up. And the first day you have the trot up and the vet check. The second day you have, or first day, you have dressage. Then the second day you have show jumping, and the third day you have cross country. And of course this is very tiring for a horse and for its rider. That's why it's such an endurance sport. But these riders don't get to ride with double bridles for the dressage, so it's actually a lot harder. And you also need a horse with so much endurance that can do 3 things at the same time, which I find is hard to find. Incredible if a horse can do that like Paris, or even a pony. And there, of course, are more 3-day events. There's Kensington, there are the Olympics, but horse riding is definitely one of the most equal sports in the world because men and women are allowed to ride in the same events. Our drive from Moorland Stables to Silverglade Equestrian Center, or Silverglade Manor, took around an hour and a half, and sometimes it even takes half an hour to 45 minutes depending on traffic. But luckily here we could, there were already so many people, but I just waited, and I waited for around 5 to 10 minutes, and there was our stall cleared up for us, and luckily we got an inside stall because I know how anxious Paris gets. And here I just went out to check the other competition, I guess you could say. almost all of these horses were for sale, and tons of other people with their horses were going to check out the competition, if you can say it like that. And oh god, like, oh boy, I was so fascinated by all the beautiful horses that were here. Honestly, I that just scared me even more because, of course, Paris is at their same level, but if I was at the same level as the riders, that was something different. All these horses were in the outside stalls. Luckily, it was quite warm, but not too warm, which was very nice. The first horse was a Bay Acaltique. There were 3 Andalusians, of course the original white Andalusian, which really surprised me, and a black and chestnut Andalusian. I had almost never seen them in my life, except once or twice quickly by while I was driving or something. Another Acaltique, another Cremello. I believe it's a Cremello Andalusian, of course, beautiful, beautiful horse. Here was a horse that was a dappled gray that actually looked just like Paris. And this horse looked a lot like Sunny, our Acaltique. Here we have one Trackiner that looks like our Autumn, another Acaltique, Andalusians, and Hanoverians. So, of course, here many of the horses were dressage based, as we also have Lusitanos, but Silverglade Manor is also a very high standard stable, and Kensington, it has very, very high standards. Here, more Acaltiques, another horse that looks just like Sunny, surprisingly much like Sunny, Acaltique, another Trackiner, whatever you want to say it, how you want to say it, another Hanoverian. And this is what surprised me, pet her a little bit, Arabians, because I know they can go long without the Silverglade Gardens, and we just had a little quick vet checkup, just high temper, the vet, and they don't have that much endurance. Old she is, here I just kind of jogged a little bit back to the stable, and here are actually a few. I was thinking about all the competition, and right now I'm just going over the show, but I will be doing would fit in, which I know isn't always good because voice reveal, the judges what they were saying in their opinion, bored of seeing the same horses, which I don't mind because it's totally their opinion. They're the judges. Out there, like she's very original because she is a mix of Andalusian, Lusitano, and Oldenburg or Hanoverian, maybe even Trackiner, and she definitely is quite hot-headed. So one of her grandparents or 2 of her grandparents are Arabians or thoroughbreds, which was very surprising to me, but she's a good-natured horse, has long endurance, she's a perfect starter horse, but I have a feeling she'd get very bored if you didn't ride competitions or bring her to her full potential. And many people may be wondering why I wear a tracksuit. It's just because I wear my riding stuff underneath so that they don't get dirty, so I can still eat and everything. Okay, we were ready. We were galloping, well, more like cantering right towards the jump, and of course, Paris flew over it as if there wasn't even anything there. This course, we had a very nice course. Um, I was wearing my red gear, and I had braided her mane just because I wanted to, and I decided to go better safe than sorry, kind of collect her before the bigger jumps. Luckily, we didn't hit anything, and I actually really like this course because you could have taken some nice shortcuts, which I did not, but there also only was one combination, I think, and two distances. Of course, these jumps were huge and the curves were very tight, but if you took your time, you could really manage to get all the jumps without knocking down a pole. I was so happy to announce we had made it to the jump off. So here I was going just for speed, so after each jump, I would collect Paris right away and make her manage to do the curve. Of course, that made the angles very hard for Paris and me because we needed to keep each other balanced. And of course, I knew where I was going, but Paris was really trying to trust me. And of course, she remembered the course. Here I had to collect her right in the middle, which made it more of a distance than a combination, so I was really scared they'd disqualify us, but luckily they didn't. And here I just let her go full speed, just past that goal, and she had done an amazing job. I was so happy and proud of her because she had done the endurance, she had listened to me because Paris can be quite stubborn, and I was just really, really proud of her. Here we were getting ready for the cross country, and sadly it had gotten a little bit dark just because it was quite late at night, and this was the professional footage, but I'm just doing a voice over it because this is how I was riding, and I do have a few GoPro views that I will be doing soon. I was wearing all green today, just because I wanted to, with the black saddle, I believe. I don't really remember. Might have been my chestnut saddle. Here, of course, we have some professional views, some slow-mos, and I was so surprised that Paris didn't spook at anything. She just pushed through, was totally putting her trust in me, and kept going by. Here she just flew over the jumps, didn't even look back, didn't even think about jumping. She just totally trusted me. It had gotten a little bit dark, but in Jorvik the sun sets quite early, but the sun also rises surprisingly early. And we made it through the finish. guys, here we are, around one, maybe half a month after Kensington, and I know this video is coming out a little bit late, but I am so happy to announce that we got 10th place, which is amazing. I cannot believe it. Paris totally surprised me. She was being such an angel the whole time. Maybe her new nickname, hint hint. But I still can't believe we got 10th place. It just makes me so happy, and I can't wait till next year. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!